Welcome back to the Jaguars franchise, where there is only one game remaining to determine who is going to the Super Bowl. It's been a dream run for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We closed the season as the hottest team in football, winning 5 consecutive. We rolled on into the postseason, beating the Colts 29-10. What a game this was between us and the Baltimore Ravens, going right down to the wire, and Chuck Johnson really showing that he can play with the best quarterbacks in this league. Even when he gets sacked 8 times and we have no running game to speak of, he helped us get the job done. We are meeting the New York Jets. This is the number 1 seed in the AFC. And the worst we looked all season was when we faced the Jets earlier in week 2. Now notice, we had actually played the Ravens before and lost 24-3. And look what type of game we just had in the AFC divisional round. We're hoping we can make similar progress as we take on the Jets, who beat us 31-7 earlier, behind 400 plus yards of offense. Quarterback Brett Searles had more touchdowns than incompletions. 30 for 33, 335 yards. How is this not a perfect quarterback rating? What a silly stat if that isn't perfect. As the numbers pretty plainly display, this was a pretty rough day for our offense. And this was the stretch of the year where, with a 1-2 start, playing atrocious in weeks 2 and 3, I was a little worried about the direction this season could be headed. But the NFL season is actually quite long. I think too long. 16 games is better than 17. But we got a lot better throughout the course of the year, and especially this final stretch that has carried on into our postseason run. And I would love to see this team have the chance to play for a ring. It is a special team, it is a special season, and I'm not ready for this journey to be finished quite yet. We are without 3 players in today's game, as tight ends Curtis Easley and Thomas Ridley are both out. Right guard Sam Cosmi, he is our best offensive lineman, he's out once again. The Jets are missing center Joe Tippmann. We had a lot of issues trying to run on the Baltimore defense, and a big reason why is the play of Nnamdi Madubuike right in the middle of their D-line. Similarly, the Jets have a game wrecker in the middle in Quinnen Williams. So if we do have to become more pass-heavy, you then have to find a way to be productive with Sauce Gardner along with Jalen Johnson in coverage. When we're facing a team with the likes of Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Xavier Bullitt, I'm thinking we're going to have to put up a fair amount of points to win this game. As good as we've played lately, this is the best team in the AFC until further notice. Brett Searles has one of the strongest arms in the entire league, great accuracy to the intermediate levels, and a decent bit of mobility. Searles is a former second-round pick who now has a Pro Bowl appearance, I would assume for this year, and he's coming off the best season of his career. That 91 overall is heavily influenced right now by morale and maybe some other types of coaching boosts. 99 morale is giving him a +7 overall bump. Season-wide momentum is absolutely a thing in Madden, looking at the way morale is handled. And these are the 2 hottest teams, the number 1 and number 2 seeds. There are so many great players on this Jets team. It is not going to be easy to make it past them, but we have shown now this last stretch of games that we can compete with anybody, and we just need to beat one more AFC opponent. This is the rematch that I've wanted to see. How far has this Jaguars team come since the last time they met? It's time to prove that we have built a Super Bowl contender in this franchise. I don't know what's wrong with the score bug there. I think it's tied to this new team pass thing they do. They gotta jam a battle pass in every game these days. Whatever, we're underway in the AFC Championship game. Jets up first offensively. Can we contain Brett Searles and one of the most dynamic offenses in all of football? You know, at the beginning of this franchise, these are two teams that were not in good shape to be in this position. 5 years later, what a matchup we have. It begins with a great play from Martin Cooper. So Breece Hall in the backfield, one of the best rated running backs in our league now. I'm not sure we've seen a top flight running back like that in a minute. To the middle now, and Brett Searles' first throw is caught by Garrett Wilson. The give to Breece Hall in the middle, opens up, running through to the Jaguar 46. Play action, pressure, can't get there in time. Searles finds Wilson. 85, that is Xavier Bullitt. Second down, downfield, and a flag is thrown. That was a really high pass, and they're still going to hit us for pass interference. Stanley Billups, who had 3 picks in the wild card round. Marching right down the field. This is Hall. Inside the 10. Shakes Cooper. Down to the 7. Running to the inside again. Driving to the 2. Great start for Hall. Jacksonville crowding the line. And into the end zone goes Breece Hall. A near flawless possession for the Jets to start this game. And if any of you know how I can get this Jets logo back and whatever's going on there fixed, I would appreciate that. Stanley Billups on the run back brings us to the 27. And here is Chuck Johnson. What a run he's been on his way to trying to earn a big contract extension. And given the way he's played, we are going to be likely offering one in the offseason. Joe Johnson in the backfield. Joe Wilder gets the start at tight end for a second consecutive week. We start in the air. Dropped off. A gain of 3, Kevin Parker. The give to Joe Johnson, and not much there. Tackled by Max Mays. And the early third down. Wilder, he's the motion man. Johnson on 3rd and 6. Under pressure, trying to run away, and sacked by Downey. 3 and out for the Jets, and a perfect start for New York. Over our winning streak, this right here seems like some of the most adversity we have seen. We have led a lot of these games end to end, have had very few minutes actually trailing in any of these games. But here are the Jets, giving us a wake-up call. Breece Hall on the carry. Early on, sure looks like they're moving the line of scrimmage and giving him some really good opportunities. Empty now for Searles. It's to Wilson. And now 3rd down has to be a spot where we step up and make some plays. This is where I want to see more man coverage, the occasional blitz. Running in the backfield. The play is made. Chuck Dalton on the stop. That's what we need. Possession number 2. Chuck Johnson across the middle, and a good pickup as we clear open space for Kevin Parker. Play action. Chuck is going to throw this one away, making that decision pretty early on in the play. 3rd downs are not going to be easy. Sauce Gardner lines up on the bottom. I wouldn't expect us to throw it there. Over the middle, it is nearly intercepted, well covered on the play. And the Jets have already forced a pair of 3 and outs. Searles opens, surveys, and dumps it out for a gain of 3. 2nd down, heavy pressure. They get to Searles, back inside the 10. Trayvon Walker came up big on a number of occasions against the Ravens, and we need him to have a huge impact in this game as well. The motion out Hall on 3rd down, 21. Searles over the middle. It is off the mark, even with all those accuracy boosts. JD short, jawing a little bit. We like that edge. A returnable kick now that will go into Jet territory. That's the rookie Ross. So you don't want to go 3 and out here. Defense gives us a nice chance, and Chuck goes down. What's he seeing on this play? Wilder, he's covered. Might be able to get something out there to Brian Thomas, but Quinnen Williams is already making him react. And yeah, I probably would have gotten sacked as well. Second down. Oh, they collide there. Wilder and Cormier cross paths. So we get nothing. It'll be tough now to get a field goal try off even. Chuck is going to throw. Well shy Cormier. And probably a punt. 3 consecutive 3-and-outs, and the Jet defense has us in a blender right now. Trying to pin them deep. And the punt goes through the end zone. A troubling start for our Jaguars as Searles dumps over the middle. And they get 6. Pressure sent. Searles. It is incomplete. What a hit that was. After a deflection, you can basically do whatever you want to the receivers. There's no more pass interference. You can just lay them out. 3rd down and 4 for the Jets, hoping to avoid the 3-and-out. Lofted for Bullet. He's got it in Jaguar territory. Searles just laid it out for him and let him find it. We know he has 99 arm strength, so he can make these long downfield touch passes like this. And that's not even bad coverage. Look at the type of play that had to be made to beat him. But the best of the best can make those plays, and now the pass is intercepted. Ezra Telfer has taken it away. Guarding Garrett Wilson on this play. He's out wide, and Wilson just gets no separation on that in cut. He is there the entire way. And when you get your hands on the football, you have to make the catch. Being a defender is no excuse for dropping the football. The Jaguar defense has made a lot of great plays, and we desperately need some offense. Good start, Joe Johnson. Jets send 4. This is a 1st down grab for Joe Wilder. Hands off and into the 2nd level. That is Joe Johnson getting some running room. I think we need to have some balance today, and a really good start on this drive as Joe Johnson gets us a 2nd 1st down. Thomas guarded by Sauce Gardner right now, and this is Cormier who gains 1. Bernard in the game at fullback. Johnson, he's flushed. Gets it out to Thomas, but couldn't get his feet down. They send pressure. Johnson gets away. How'd he do it? 1st down. Chuck to the 33-yard line. When he's at his best, he is a magician there. How does he get out of these situations? He follows Cormier upfield, gets behind the defender, and just keeps on going. He's done this since his early days playing in this series. I now expect it to happen. Inside we run. Johnson for 4. And that is not a good sight as Kevin Parker comes off the field. I see Caleb Davis is in. Johnson long. It's overthrown. And you cannot miss wide open chances. Oh no. Parker's done for the day. And Johnson just missed a game-tying touchdown too. Brian Thomas is just going to beat the defense deep. They don't respect the speed enough. And that one hurts. But they do have a chance now on 3rd and 6. Johnson deep drop. He completes it. That's Joe Wilder. And a 1st down. Wilder is coming off a 10-catch game in the division round. Without Curtis Easley, he needs to step up. And now without Kevin Parker, it's Johnson overthrown again. But this means Dontavian Wicks has to play more. And then who's the 3rd receiver? Right now it's Caleb Davis. He made some good impressions throughout the course of this year. Johnson, he's out of room quickly. Nowhere to go. Four-man rush. Johnson underneath. Wilder. He gets to the 5. Doesn't get the first down, though. It's 4th and inches. And the Jaguars send out Brandon Aubrey. Just looking to get the 0 off the scoreboard. The kick is good. So I have a decision to make here. Who do I want to line up across from Sauce Gardner? I like keeping Brian Thomas where he is. Do I put Wicks on Gardner as our better route runner, or Davis, knowing that he's probably not going to get any targets and it shrinks the field for us? I guess right now I think the best option is to play Davis in the slot over Wicks and hope that Wicks actually has a chance to win certain routes against Gardner. I'll have to see how the next couple drives go, if we can still move the ball through the air. But that's going to be what we try here next. Right now, Searles throws away. I had skipped a 9-yard pass, by the way, to Noah Fant accidentally. But now we have another player exiting, and that is Deron Payne. So Martin Cooper, he's going to rush from the inside here. It's 3rd and 1. Got to be Breece Hall, right? Wilson in motion. They'll throw it down. Go Searles. That's Edger and Cooper. So here's what I just described earlier. Davis in the slot. Wicks is outside. Thomas on the bottom. 2nd down for Chuck Johnson. Gets it away. That's Joe Johnson gaining 4. Press coverage out of New York. Chuck Johnson throwing. Wilder. 1st down and a lot more. 4 catches, 57 yards. I have a thought on Joe Wilder that I've had since the last game. Johnson speeds to the edge. Makes his move. And he's down to the 11. What a run from Joe Johnson. We absolutely need the running game to step up today. And how about the blocking here by Wicks? Grenard, the 6th-round pick. He takes care of Sauce Gardner for us. And then Johnson with the shiftiness there. So good when it all comes together in the running game. It really is a beautiful sight. But we have a chance now at a touchdown. We do not want to squander it again. 3 minutes to play in the first half. It's Johnson. It's complete. And there's Wicks. Thomas motions, and I don't know what happened there. This is my go-to down here in the red zone. I like tight formations. Johnson, Wilder, lost control, incomplete. Aubrey again. Short kick is good, 7-6. The early minutes were very troubling, but now we have settled this game down, despite not finding the end zone yet. But the Jets have the football now, 2:11 to go in the first half, and the run to Hall only gets 2. 4-man rush, wide open, Searles misses. He and Johnson have both been a bit inaccurate so far. Got 2 young quarterbacks on a big stage today. 3rd down and 8. Searles across the middle to Wilson. 1st down. Good job in protection. Searles on target. It's a perfect throw to Noah Fant. With that big arm of his, he's obviously best throwing it downfield. Now he's chased and wisely gets rid of it. A bunch toward the top on 2nd down. Searles dodges pressure, and now he's going to run it. Telford tackles him at the 28. Neither team great on 3rd down so far. Here needing 3, it's Breece Hall hanging on. 1st down, Jets. Getting low on time now. That's on our side. 22 seconds left. And they throw a screen. 1 man to beat. Nah, Cooper would have gotten there. But a timeout, New York. 1 timeout remaining for the Jets as Searles wants 6, and it's incomplete, or is it caught? I'm sorry, he did get both feet down. And the Jets score. That is a laser beam to the end zone. Yep, both toes tapped down in the back. And the Jets now up 7. It will be reviewed, but it'll stand. And so far, New York has simply been the better team. They have 2 touchdowns. We have 2 field goals. You have to finish your drives. We've had our chances. We overthrow Brian Thomas for a touchdown. Wilder can't make a catch in traffic. It wasn't easy, but it's the AFC Championship. That's what it takes to win this game. 10 seconds to go. Not expecting us to do much here, but Joe Johnson, he does get us 9 and maybe a chance now at one more throw. Jets bring pressure. Down goes Johnson. The half is over. And New York will carry an 8-point lead into the second half. They have been extremely tough, as we knew they would be. For our season to continue, a lot of players are going to have to step up. We are not 100%, especially on offense. Missing a lot of talent right now. Best guard, rookie playmaker, top tight end, but we have to find a way. Jelani Swain's back at left tackle today. No Taylor Decker required there, but he's still on the roster. Joe Wilder motions out. Pressure gets to Chuck, and he is sacked. They get there in a hurry, too. Fakes the Joe Johnson, and then has to dump it. Losing 4 more. Now 3rd down, and the blitzing doesn't end there. The Jets play aggressively all throughout this drive. Not feeling great about things right now. 8-point game and a short field for New York. They'll send Breece Hall out in the pattern now. A lot of passing out of New York. Searles connects. Fant has the first. Good protection. It's downfield to Fant, and he will score. Up the seam with precision from Brett Searles. And the New York Jets build up a 2-possession lead. Man, I have not seen that kind of throw up the seam in a little while. For a lot of the PS4 era Maddens, the seam here against single high, even the PS3 games, I'd say, just running this slot seam or a tight end seam against the single high defense has been a great way to get yardage. It's not as automatic now. Coverage is tougher. But when you have 99 throw power, maximum velocity coming out of your hand like that, you can make those kind of throws. So our season is now on the line, and we have to leave everything on the field in this game. We have to somehow neutralize this Jets blitz. That's been a massive issue. We're not really getting beat traditionally with the rush. They're just sending too many. 15 points down. Play action. There's time. Where do you go? Dumped off Joe Johnson. Nice pickup. Now, being down 2 possessions, I might want to see more of Cormier, although Joe's been great. But Cormier is a better pass catcher. And against the blitz, that's where the running back is going to see more targets. Got Benji in there now. 2nd down with 2 tight ends on. We roll left. Johnson, wide open. Wicks flies inside the 25, and he brings it inside the red zone. I don't know how we got that much room. What an effort by Dontavian Wicks. What a signing that has turned into. I've been gushing about his play the entire season. Wicks, open, turns inside the 10. 3rd and 4 from the 8. It is in there for Brian Thomas, and he makes the catch. A great drive for Jacksonville, cutting this back. It's a 1-score game. In the backfield, Breece Hall gets stuffed. And there's a Jets lineman now who is going to exit. I think the key for us offensively is to not let Searles show us how strong that arm is. His downfield touch has been really good. Excellent start to this drive. Back-to-back stops on Hall. After that first possession, I wasn't sure if we had a chance at stopping Breece today. But now it's 3rd down. Searles completes. and Bullet only gets 11. Just when it appears the Jets have this game fully in control, the Jaguars throw their counterpunch and now have it down 8. Again, Cormier is in the backfield. Jets showing pressure. Past that defender, Cormier, a good pickup. Multiple tight ends on again, and some open space to run. Outside the numbers goes Cormier. Good protection. The catch by Thomas has 7 yards. Good protection. More passes going to Thomas. And the Jaguars putting together a couple really good drives back to back. Pressing down here, that's Gardner against Wicks. Off the fake to the outside. It's complete for 4 more. Here's the pressure, and there's the catch by Davis. Caleb Davis in the AFC Championship. You never know who you're going to be counting on at the end of the year. There's a rookie fullback in the game right now, leading, but Cormier never gets to the spot. Joe Johnson giving Benji a breather on 2nd down, and it's Davis again. 3 tight ends on the field as Johnson completes it. Brian Thomas the reception. He's had to be the top guy today. And now Johnson, he's inside the 5, tackled at the 3. I'm really impressed with how well we have run blocked in this game. I didn't think this was possible. Johnson's the running back, gets the call, gets the touchdown. Coming back are the Jaguars, who are only a 2-point try from tying this game. I'm wondering if Cormier's hurt. Johnson on the field. Back to pass. Chuck rolling, running in. All tied at 21 here late 3rd. Do not count out Chuck Johnson and these Jaguars. We just had a classic against the Ravens last episode, and here another one in the making. Hall starts the drive, gets nothing, meeting Trayvon Walker. Somehow their run game has disappeared. They've become one-dimensional. Now that dimension happens to be quite strong for New York. But all the momentum now is on our side. We bring pressure into the blitz, and it's broken up. 2 deep safeties here, that's what I like to see. Telfer in the slot, 3rd and 10. Searles across the middle, and they won't get it. Well shy. Another great sequence for this Jaguar defense. And again, returnable. Rashard Ross handles, and the rookie has an okay run back. Cormier is back in the game as this drive gets underway. Gets the give, and oh boy, this is a lot of trouble in the backfield. I like going with this bunch here on the bottom. Time for Johnson. Complete again, Brian Thomas. He's had to make a number of tough catches today. And to keep this drive alive, 3rd and 6. Jets bring 4. Off his spot, rolling ahead, goes Chuck across midfield. 2 tight ends on, trying the run once again. Here's Cormier into the Jets secondary. To the air on 1st down. It's broken up, wanting Caleb Davis. But I have not seen us consistently run into the 2nd and 3rd levels of a defense really all year. Cormier's in. Bernard blocking. Wilder open. He's inside the 5. Brought to the 1. It's hard to keep up with Joe Wilder. And I've been wondering, seeing him today in the previous game, did we really need to draft a young tight end with an early pick? Or is Joe Wilder potentially a starting caliber tight end? He's not much of a blocker, which hurts down here. But we run this and dive in. Cormier, go-ahead touchdown. And the Jaguars erase a 15-point deficit and now take the lead in the fourth quarter. What a team, man. This is such an easy team to root for. I mean, it's my franchise team, so it doesn't get much easier than that. But it's such a likable team, man. Now, the Jet offense has not been able to find those big plays on recent drives. They have lost track of their running game. They need a good possession here. Trayvon Walker once again. So many of these drives have began with Walker making a play. They bring in a fullback now, an extra blocker. Will that get them what they're looking for? Hole is met. Wrapped up Chuck Dalton. Dalton had the key forced fumble on Lamar Jackson last episode. He's had some big tackles here. It's 3rd and 10. Searles to pass. Pressured by Hines Allen. Lofts it out of bounds. And they really wanted this to be a shot downfield. But Searles, he doesn't uncork that corner route, which it's risky. But he can throw a bullet pass with his throw power there that can get there. And once the pressure arrives, the plan is thrown out the window. Under 7 minutes to go, and what a chance for the Jags now. Leading by 7, they'll have the ball at their own 35. And this is a game where we've ran the ball extremely well. I'm actually wondering if we put Joe back in. Thinking there's some more running back carries. It's a pass on 1st down. Running himself here. Johnson makes a move and still avoids contact. So Cormier is still in formations like this, but Joe is in most of them now. Complete. Diving 1st down grab, Dontavian Wicks. 3 tight ends on the field, and here's Joe Johnson. 1st down and more, 89 yards. And injuries have been piling up in this game. The Jets have had a lot of defenders exit. I think they're missing their starting edge who was down here and made a couple plays earlier. It's 1st down. Chuck scans. It's Caleb Davis in the open field. Red zone trip again for Jacksonville. I like this. Bring in the fullback Grenard. Straight ahead. Now Johnson wants to bounce it and loses one. Ball security now is the primary concern. At least get a field goal try off. Here's Chuck. Dumping. Joe Johnson upended. 3rd and 4 for Johnson. It is caught, and Davis doesn't get the 1st down. Good effort, but it's 4th and inches. And the offense is staying on. What an aggressive call. Play of the season, sneaking ahead. Chuck Johnson. I edited our playbook right before the wild card round, and I threw that quarterback sneak into 3rd and short, or 4th and short. From the 2 now, Joe Johnson. He moves the pile. Touchdown. Jags up 2 possessions late. What a run. We were down 21-6 and are about to score our 29th unanswered point. The streak of 28-plus points scored continues. We're just waiting for the win streak to continue. A Super Bowl berth is upon us as long as we can hold on. Unbelievable. He's down there. Martin Cooper makes the tackle. All right, just play a soft zone here. Make him chew up some clock. We send pressure, actually. Searles completes. The big play here is really the only thing that really hurts us. Searles open to midfield. We want them to use up a timeout or 2 on this drive, regardless of how it ends. 2 minutes to go. Searles fakes the jet. Fires downfield. Too strong. Good protection. Airs it out. That is complete. Xavier Bullitt. They go after Stanley Billups, and they'll take a second look, too. The call stands. Clock stops. Jets only 24 yards away. Searles scanning. Across the middle. It's first down inside the 10. No offense. But the Jets have spent a timeout. They really can't afford to use a second. They need 2 touchdowns and get one here. Searles complete to DJ Moore. Oh, we see this a lot nowadays in the NFL. They're going to go for 2. For a 6-point game, it is incomplete. I think Short knocked that away or delivered the hit. So the Jets trying to get the football back down 8. Onside kick right to Caleb Davis, and he's ready for it. And now we're just trying to wrap this up. 2 timeouts for New York. Joe Johnson gets 3. On the counter, Johnson gets caught up and loses ground. Now from here, we are certainly within range for Brandon Aubrey. But 3rd down and 8, Johnson will throw it. Cormier! That's the one that will send us to the Super Bowl. Going for the win, Chuck Johnson throws a dart. You gotta love this team and this storied run that we're on. 35-27, that is going to be your final. And the Jaguars are going to the Super Bowl. Jacksonville has never played in the Super Bowl before. And now we are headed there for the first time in team history as champions of the AFC. We show that it's possible to dominate a team that you've already beaten twice during the regular season. Then we showed we could beat a team with a multiple MVP winner that beat us 24-3 earlier in the year. And then we beat a team that beat us 31-7. The growth of this team is incredible. At 1-2, I was worried, and look where we've ended up this season. Chuck Johnson, again, phenomenal today. No interceptions. Didn't really seem to have any close calls either. Brett Searles was good. They got really cold in the 3rd quarter, and Breece Hall had 24 yards rushing on the opening drive. Ended up with 30 yards. While Joe Johnson ran for 92, 2 touchdowns. Cormier 40 and 1 touchdown. Chuck Johnson scrambled for 42. I thought we had to be balanced today, and I really didn't think we could be this good running the ball. We lost some players today. We'll have to see Kevin Parker. Could he come back for the Super Bowl? Labrum tears heal quite nicely in Madden. But we're going to have a chance to hoist that Lombardi. After scoring 6 points in the first half, the Jaguars score 4 second-half touchdowns. What a comeback. They made it look so casual. We go down 2 scores. Searles throws that pass up the seam. It's like, oh boy, this might be our season. And Chuck Johnson says, not so fast, everybody. So let's see the injury here. It is going to be Kevin Parker, 4 weeks. And yeah, the Super Bowl is in 2. It does not appear we'll have the star rookie available in the Super Bowl. Oh my, and that's going to be our matchup? 38-35. This game featured a 17-point overtime. So it must have been touchdown, followed by a field goal. 497 yards of offense. This is a team that we have come to know a little bit in the series. They're out of conference, so we don't see the Giants often. The last time I remember playing them was in the preseason, and it was a blowout. The Giants absolutely dominated us, and that wasn't even this year's preseason. It was the previous year's. So that's my only point of reference right now, and if we're a different team from Week 8 against the Ravens, I think we're a different team from 2 preseasons ago. So how about that? The Jaguars and Giants Super Bowl. We're playing this in Minneapolis. This is the Tom Coughlin Bowl. Tom Coughlin was the Jaguars coach when they were brought into the NFL, and Tom Coughlin was the Giants coach when they won 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady. The awards have also been handed out, and Jalen Hurts is the league MVP. We also see Randall Cooper of the Giants is Defensive Player of the Year. Derek Phillips is the Giants quarterback. He is an X-Factor 26-year-old player. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in our franchise. Not the most mobile guy, but I'm sure he can make a play or two if he had to. And he's coming off a very good 30-touchdown, 8-interception season. Their lead running back is Zach Charbonnet, who ran in 21 touchdowns this season. He is now a superstar. They've given him Saquon Barkley's 26. He has ran for 41 touchdowns over the last 2 seasons, with 3 more through the air. Malik Neighbors is their top receiver, and Wan'Dale Robinson just put up almost 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns. Defensive Player of the Year Randall Cooper is a young player who's only in Season 4. X-Factor 25. Oh, he's hurt. Broken tailbone out 1 week. It goes without saying this is a massive loss. 99 awareness, finesse moves, power moves, block shed. That's one of the most incredible defensive players in the entire league. They still have Kayvon Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence, but I imagine Lawrence is... Oh, no, he has not regressed. He is still one of the best defensive tackles in the league. I can't imagine facing 2 players that good on the same defense. Shout out to the Golden Gopher, Tyler Nubin, who led them in interceptions this year. He is a superstar safety. But let's get a full look then at the injuries going into the Super Bowl. Zach Bond is unable to play in this game. He won't come off the bench. That is the only player who gets hurt in practice. Meaning we are without Curtis Easley, Zach Bond, and Kevin Parker. We will get Sam Cosmi back. The Giants miss Randall Cooper, Andrew Gates, and Brett Griffin. What award did we win? I imagine it's Offensive Rookie of the Year. Gerard Mayo was Coach of the Year with the Patriots, who did have a really good year. And Offensive Rookie of the Year is indeed wide receiver Kevin Parker. Bob Ford wins on defense. Brett Searles was Quarterback of the Year. Chuck Johnson came in 5th. Sam Cosmi, Offensive Lineman of the Year. But how was Anton Harrison 2nd? He barely played. J.D. Short, 3rd for DB of the Year. That's impressive. I can't believe we're getting the chance to play for a Super Bowl this year. And this is an impressive Giants team. Their top players are almost all in their 20s still. Dexter Lawrence is the veteran at 31. But this is one of the best young teams in the league. This will likely not be their only chance at a Super Bowl, given how well they're constructed. So who gets it done this year? These are the new dev trait changes, by the way. I don't know if much has really changed at all. But Chuck Johnson sitting here with star development still as a good morale boost. We do get Sam Cosmi back. And then on defense, J.D. Short is up to a star development. A little surprised that Jonathan Moore didn't get the bump. I thought he put in a season that would give him a chance. But what more is there to say? The season is just about over and there is one more game. I suppose I could put all the injured players on IR and see if there is anybody that could help us out in the Super Bowl. Looking at receiver, we are without Kevin Parker. Is it worth it to pick somebody up at receiver? But that is it for today, everybody. What a season. This team continues to surprise me. And now we're looking for just one final victory. Thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this playoff run. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time in the biggest game of them all.